Hi guys, welcome to Opportunity Nanny, to our new subscribers, or if you are just joining us for the first time, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you have been watching us and I am not subscribed, please tell me why. Tell me why I'm not subscribed in the comment section down below. Please, why? What is it that is happening on this page, or what is it that I'm doing that is not giving you the incentive to subscribe? And if you just did not remember, hit the subscribe button. Please like this video. It helps us a lot to bring more videos to you guys. Now, just before we dive into this video, I want you to know that Opportunity Nanny is now offering some services to help you with your study abroad journey. We offer personalized consultation, we offer a review of SOPs, CV and personal statement, and lastly we also help you with your application. We walk you through the application process and help you with your application. Now, if you need any of our services, contact us on the number or the email on the flyer down below. We usually contact you back within 24 to 48 hours. Or if you don't want to do that, in the description box you see a link. Fill in the Google form and we'll contact you within the allotted time, right? So right now, let's dive into this video. We are going to be looking at the DAAD EPOS scholarship. Now, this scholarship is a fully funded scholarship for those that want to offer a master's or a PhD program in Germany. I know Germany, they are very generous when it comes to scholarships. So this scholarship is for those that want to start their study next year, 2026, and I'm going to be walking you through the application, the courses, and how to apply for each of them, right? So we have development. It is called DAAD EPOS. It's called development related postgraduate courses, right? And now we have the overview, what it's about, who can apply. I'm going to be showing you that, what can be funded, duration of funding, the value. So the value of this funding is depending on the academic level. So if it's for a master's program, it's going to be 992 euro, then 1,400 euros for doctoral candidate beginning February 2026. You're going to be paying for your health, accidents, and personal liability insurance coverage. You're going to be getting a travel allowance except the expenses are covered by your home country or another source of funding. Under certain circumstances, you may receive the following additional benefits: monthly rent subsidy, or monthly allowance for accompanying members of family, right? Now, what is the selection? You must have at least 2 years professional experience, have a bachelor's degree, usually a 4-year course in the appropriate subject, fill the necessary academic requirements, and can be expected to successfully complete a study program in Germany. You must prove that your motivation is development related and be expected to take on social responsibility and initiate and support process of change in their personal and professional environment after their training and scholarship, right? That was a mouthful. So we can now click on further information. Let's click on development related postgraduate courses for educated professional. Now we can click on the brochure, but before we do that, let's scroll up first, right? Or let me just go through it. Right? So a typical scholarship holder should work for a public authority or a state or private company in a developing country. You should be engaged in the planning and execution of directive and projects with emphasis on development policy having a bearing on technological, economic, or social areas. You must hold a bachelor's degree, normally 4 years in a related subject. You must have completed an academic degree with far above average results. Your academic degree should normally not be more than 6 years. And applicants who have been resident in Germany for longer than 15 months at the application deadline cannot be considered. Now we have the language skills, but don't worry, if your course is not in German, they are going to give you a 6-month German language course in Germany before you start your program, just to help you with that, right? So let's now go to the application procedure. Let's click on application procedure. Now for the deadline differs depending on the course you're applying for. Not all courses have the same deadline, right? And what you must put in mind is that some of the courses have additional documentations, but what the application documents that you must submit at least for that are these documents, right? Completed and assigned checklist. So once you click on this checklist, you're going to get what you must submit in the application form. You are going to make sure you tick it and submit it when you are submitting your application for the school. Just once you have submitted your checklist, you will download the EPOS application form. If you go to my previous DAAD EPOS video for last year, I walked you through how to and fill in the EPOS application form. So I'm not going to do that in this video. If you need to do that, you can refer back to that video, right? Now they need a CV in reverse chronological order without any unexplained gap, right? You're going to be using the Europass template. I also have a video walking you through how to create a CV using the Europass template. So if you need that, refer back to my previous video, right? Now, one letter of motivation with detailed reference to academic, professional, and personal reasons for applying for the program. When you are applying for more than one postgraduate course, so you can apply for up to 3 courses, right, in this DAAD EPOS scholarship. You have to give them detailed reasons for your choice of courses and the prioritization in the letter of motivation. So you have to let them know why you picked those 3 courses. You have to rank the courses. So which one do you prefer first, second, and third? And you have to submit a uniform letter of motivation to all the postgraduate degree program of your choices. So you cannot submit different letter of motivation for the first one, the second one, and the third one. They have to be uniform letter of motivation, uniformed. Now, letter of recommendation from your current employer. The letter must include official letterhead, signature, and official stamp, and must be of current date. Certificate of employment from the employer showing at least 2 years of relevant work experience after the bachelor's degree up to the time of application, and if possible, a guarantee of re-employment from your current employer upon returning home. That's if possible, right? Now, recent proof of language skills. They have proof of language skills, but if you don't have that, don't worry, you can still submit for it. You can still try with your application and submit. Now, they need a copy of your transcript, your degree, and then there's a different there's additional requests for those that are in China. Yes, so that's that about this. So I told you that this is the document that you must submit for the DAAD EPOS scholarship, but there are also going to be additional document that the course you're applying for may request. So do you understand? Just make sure you keep that in mind. So once we are ready, let's just go back. Once we go back to the overview, we'll just go down and click on the development related courses. So what's going to happen is that it's going to take us to this page, right? Now this page contains, you can see it's 160 pages. It's a lot, but it contains all the courses, the breakdown for all the courses and everything. What do? I always encourage people to read it, but I'm not even about to go through it right now. So I'm going to take you to a page that contains a summary of all of them, right? And that's this page. Now this page is the list of courses, the deadline, the language of instruction for the course, and that scholarship deadline and the duration of the course, right? So now this is the course, right? So we have they even broke them down. We have there's under economic science, business administration, political science, development cooperation, engineering, related science. Let's just so you get the sequence, or you get the breakdown of it, right? So let's say I want to function, or let's say I want to do a course under development cooperation, which is here, right? So let me see. Let's say now development management is taken in RU.com. That's the institution, so that's the university you're going to be studying under. The language is English. A Master of Arts, it is 18 months. Now this is the deadline for that scholarship. Pay attention. Do not go and mistake the deadline for self-financing. Self-financing means you don't need that scholarship, but if you need that scholarship, you have to pay attention to this their deadline. Now the deadline for this is 30th September 2025, right? If you don't want this course, you want the next course, you can see that it's in a different institution, and the deadline is also different. Now I think one of the courses with deadline the deadline is coming soon is this one for master's program in international and development economics called midday, and the deadline is 31st August 2025, right? So once you scroll through here, you'll be like, okay, now let me give you an example. So I'm going to be clicking on this link, right? And I'm also going to be clicking on let me look for a doctoral PhD. Yes, a PhD, Bonn International Graduate School for Developmental Research. This is also in English, and the deadline is also 31st of August 2025, right? Oh, we even have one that the deadline has passed though. This one is it passed in July. Wow. So just make sure that you keep your eye on the course you're interested in, because the deadline is very different. So let's start with this PhD program. That's the ZEF Doctoral Studies. So let's click on the link. Once I click on the link, it's going to take me to this page. So this is the page. Very simple page, right? So what I did was I went to doctoral school and I went to the program, right? So this just explain the program, what the doctorate program is about, and all that, right? If you have any questions, these are people to contact. But I want to find out, how do I apply? So I click on how do I apply. Now you can see the application, the program overview, the student admitted per year. So you can kind of get to see the competitive nature of this. This is the amount of students admitted per year. Entry requirements, right? The deadline. Now there's different deadline for those EPOS DAAD EPOS applicants, as I told you, and applicants who secured funding, right? This is the selection and the admission process, and just everything about the program. You can go down here and also check for more, right? Just to understand the program, the school, check for their research and capacity development. So this is their teams. So the research teams they're interested in. This is research projects that have been done by students, doctoral students. You can just read on it just to understand and make sure that whatever you're submitting, you can make sure that whatever you're submitting competitive documentation. Now they said details on eligibility and application documents for EPOS scholarship can be found here. So let's click here. I already walked you through that, so they just showed everything to you. So once you are ready, you are ready about everything, you are ready, you know that you want to apply. Just click on apply here, right? And it will take you to the application portal and follow the information and then apply, right? Now if we go back and we click on midday, once we click on midday, we can see it is taking in HTW Berlin. That's the institution. The institution is in Berlin. So this is what the page is about, right? Studying midday application, admission. So let's see application. Let's see how to apply for this. Now we see the application form. Yeah, we see the application form, application requirements. So let's go to that scholarship, right? You can see everything about that scholarship, who can apply for it, how to apply for it, checklist and everything. Just fill the information and then apply. I told you that some of them differ per institution, so you have to keep that in mind. Don't forget that you must also add the documentation that DAAD requires you to add, in addition with the one that the school requires you to add, right? You cannot separate it. So that's all for this scholarship. I hope I'll be able to provide all the information you need to apply for this. Remember that the deadline differs, so you want to make sure you get the program you're interested in, you really meet up with the deadline, right? Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you need any of our services, contact us on the contact on the flyer, or just click in the Google form below in the description box, and then we'll reach out to you within 24 to 48 hours. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye guys.